Listen, Leah, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. You need to provide me with a better living environment. This place is just too small for two people. I want a house, not this dumpy trailer. One with a big porch, a sunroom, and a wine cellar too. After everything I've done for you, that's the least that I deserve.
The least you deserve is a house that would cost at least $750,000 in this area? I think you're asking for a bit too much. I'd also like to remind you that you're living off of my money right now. If you want to buy the house of your dreams, then make your own money. As for me, I am honestly fine with a small house.
You only say that because you're coping with the pain of being poor. You know that you want a big house just like I do.
If I had the money to buy a big house, I would have bought it a long time ago. And I certainly wouldn't be living here with you.
Excuse me? Don't you have any gratitude at all for continuing to allow you to live in my house?
Your house? It's Dad's house. I'm sure he would have liked to have bought something a bit nicer, but there were certain factors keeping him from being able to afford it. One factor was much bigger than the others, though. But really, if you're going to complain about the amount of support I'm giving you, then I'll just move out. Is that what you want?
I don't believe you. You would abandon your own mother? I didn't raise you to be such an ungrateful little wretch. What would you even do if you left home? It's not like you can make any money on your own. I think you should be showing me a lot more appreciation for putting up with you.
Oh, great. This conversation again? This has to be the third time this week.
We'll talk more about that attitude of yours later. In the meantime, I'm coming home soon. Is dinner ready yet?
Yeah, it's ready. No thanks to you. I opened up the fridge a couple hours ago, planning to take out what I had prepared earlier so I could reheat it. Imagine my shock, though, when I found the fridge almost completely empty. I had to go out and buy all new ingredients, too. That was enough food to feed both of us and have leftovers for tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Is eating food a crime now?
No, but if you keep eating that much, then we're going to have to reinforce the floor of the house with steel and concrete. Seriously, just buy your own food and stop eating all of mine.
How am I supposed to do that? You know fully well that I'm disabled and can't work. I've got crippling depression from dealing with the loss of my husband.
Dad's been dead for 5 years now, Mom. You're not so sad that you can't get a job washing dishes at a restaurant, or better yet, washing dishes at home, or doing any of the other housework that you never do.
I told you, doing the housework reminds me of your father. Do you want to make my depression even worse?
Why do I even bother? No matter what I say, you always just give me the same old tired responses. Anyway, I'm starting work now, so could you please be quiet when you get home? Oh, wait, that's right. We had this conversation yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and basically every single day since I started this job. And yet every single day you make as much noise as possible coming in the house, turning the TV on as loud as you possibly can. It's like you go out of your way to annoy me.
Oh, I am so terribly sorry for interrupting your silly little computer games. It must be terrible for you to have to deal with me being alive in the house. Tell me, Leah, what game are you going to play tonight,
I am not playing games. I am working. If I didn't do this job, then I wouldn't be able to pay the bills.
Maybe if you would get a real job instead of practicing to be a pro gamer, we would have enough money to live in a nicer house.
That's it. I am turning off my phone.
Leah, I never thought that getting rid of you would be so easy. All Mom had to say was, get out, and you actually left. Your room is completely empty, except for your bed, if you can even call this thing a bed. Where did you get this thing? At a thrift shop? There aren't even any marks on the wall where you had pictures or decorations up, though. Like, did you even actually live here? It legitimately looks like this room has been sealed up for the last 20 years.
I'm sorry, who is this? I think you might have texted the wrong phone number.
Seriously? You're gonna play it that way? You're such a little brat, Leah. I'm your sister, you idiot.
My sister? Sister. No, sorry, not ringing any bells. Oh, wait. Do you maybe mean the sister that I disowned yesterday? I thought the deal was that we would disappear from each other's lives. I had every intention of keeping my end of the bargain, so what are you messaging me for now?
Yeah, so, like I said, major brat. So pathetic. You've always been so obnoxious. You know that, right? That's why you've never been able to get a boyfriend.
Didn't your husband dump you, yesterday? I don't know what makes you think you have any right to comment on another person's relationship status. Between the two of us, only one of us has driven a man away with our personalities. Are you trying to push me away the same way you did your husband? You don't need to do that. I'm already perfectly willing to go no contact with you if you'll just stop messaging me.
I did not drive my husband away. He left me because of his own selfish reasons.
Sure. Anyway, is that all you wanted to talk to me about? You just wanted to marvel about how empty my old room is?
Nah, I just wanted to gloat. I was just surprised by how pristine the room was. Like, did you actually even live here? Or did Mom make you sleep outside on the sidewalk?
As much as she would have liked that, no, I slept outside. Anyway, the reason the room looks like it was always empty is because, for all intents and purposes, it was. I only ever had the bare minimum essentials. It made life a lot easier for me in a lot of ways. Like, for example, it only took me about a minute flat in order to pack up all my physical possessions and clear out of the house.
Wait, are you being serious right now? That's hilarious. You're like a homeless guy who only has what he can fit in his stolen shopping cart. Mom tells me you're pretty poor, though. So is the real story that you had to sell everything you owned in order to have enough money to live on? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It saves me a lot of trouble, so I don't really care why your room was empty. It's not like I would want any of your garbage anyway. Like, I'll bet your clothes are all shabby and lame. I would have had to throw them away.
Okay, you done gloating? Can I go?
Yeah, I think that's enough gloating for now. But seriously, what's up with Mom? She says that she's so depressed that she can't work. This is the first time I've heard of it.
What's up with Mom? That's a very, very good question. What is up with Mom?
What the? You mean you don't even know? You've been living with her all this time and you still don't even know anything about her condition?
Well, it's kind of a complicated story about her condition. Like, I'm not even sure whether her condition is actually a condition or not, but that's honestly irrelevant in the end. Whether it's real or not, nothing about how I deal with it changes, so I gave up thinking too much about it a long time ago.
Good grief, Leah. You really suck. You don't care at all about how Mom is doing. What kind of a daughter are you anyway? It's whatever, though. The important thing is that I'm here for her now. I'll take good care of her. Way better than you ever did anyway. With me here, I'll bet Mom's condition is going to recover instantly. Poor Mom. She's been putting up with your cold indifference all this time. I'll bet it's been nothing but torture having to live with you.
Yeah, it was excruciatingly painful. For me.
Wow, Leah. Mom was so totally right about you. You aren't even the least bit grateful to her for letting you live in her house all this time. I'm definitely going to be way better off without a crappy little sister like you.
Is that what Mom said? That I'm ungrateful and a crappy little sister? Okay, then it seems like we're done here. I wish the two of you all the happiness that you deserve.
Oh, I am really looking forward to when she gets home. We're going to have a great time together. But wow, Mom left the house pretty early in the morning. I wasn't even awake yet. I'll bet this is one of her coping mechanisms for dealing with her depression. And by depression, I mean you. And that's what it is, isn't it? She developed a habit of leaving the house before you woke up because you were always causing her grief. I feel so bad for her.
You seem like you have an awful lot of free time on your hands if you're still messaging me after all this time. Why don't you do something a little bit more productive? Like, I don't know, how about finding a job?
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't have a job, and you should probably get one. I'm not sure why you would be confused about what I mean. If you don't work, then things aren't going to work out very well for you and Mom.
I don't want to hear anything about getting a job from you. You just lock yourself in your room playing video games all day.
Wow, Mom sure has been telling you a lot about me, huh? Too bad it's all lies.
No, it's all the truth. Mom would never lie to me about you.
Maybe Mom thinks it's true, but if that's the case, then she's just plain wrong. Anyway, I'm getting pretty tired of this back and forth. No matter what I say to you, you come back with some kind of insult. This is why I wasn't surprised to hear that your husband left you, Alice. If anything, I'm surprised he tolerated you as long as he did. I wouldn't have lasted through the honeymoon if I were him.
Uh-oh. Somebody's angry. You think anything you say hurts me? Please, girl. Nothing a loser like you says to me could ever hurt me.
Oh, I'm a loser, am I? I'm not sure what criteria you're basing that assessment of me on. If you're moving in with Mom, that means your life is over. Meanwhile, my life is finally going to begin, and there is no room in my new life for you two parasites, so just stay away from me. Got it?
Is that a threat? You don't scare me at all. I'll take you on just like when we were kids. Anyway, go on and wander off all alone.
That was what I was trying to do just now, but you keep texting me.
Oh, well, excuse me for interrupting. Were you on your way to die in a ditch somewhere?
Actually, I'm moving into my house. And with that, I am officially done. Goodbye, Alice.
Leah, please, you've got to help me. How did you handle living with Mom? How could anyone handle living with that woman? She is certifiably insane.
I'm sorry, who is this? I think you may have texted the wrong number.
Come on, for real now. Enough with these stupid games. You know it's me, your sister, Alice.
Sorry, but it looks like you do have the wrong number. I don't have a sister anymore. I've disowned both my sister and my mother. So if you happen to run into either of them, tell them I don't want to hear updates from them on exactly how their life is falling apart. I'm not their therapist. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to block your number to prevent this mistake from happening again.
Leah, wait! I need to know. How did you put up with Mom for this long? I just got my credit card statement for this month. Mom maxed it out. I'm at my credit limit. She never works. All she does is go out shopping with my money. And when she's at home, she never does any of the housework. She just sits on the sofa watching TV or messing with her phone. And don't get me started on her eating habits. She's literally eating us out of house and home. Everything I buy gets devoured within the day, even the snacks that I buy for myself and hide in my room. Why is she doing this?
I don't know. Why do birds fly and fish swim? That's just what she does. Now you know what I've had to deal with all this time. I told you it was excruciating living with her, didn't I?
Well, yeah, but I had no idea it was this bad. I thought you were just being a snotty little brat and exaggerating how bad Mom was.
And you thought wrong. I was being dead serious, and you should have heeded my warnings. But it's far too late for that. Thanks to you, I've been kicked out of the house. And let me tell you, Alice, that was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I can't thank you enough.
This is absolutely insane. I hadn't seen Mom for a while, so when we had dinner a while back, I was kind of surprised at how fat she had gotten. But now I can understand why. She literally does nothing but eat. That and spend other people's money.
Yeah, those are just about the only things she's good at. When you do nothing but eat, sleep, and spend money that's not yours, it's easy to become a slob. I keep trying to tell her to chill out on stuffing her face, but she always eats whatever I put in the fridge. Then, when I asked her to do chores, she would always cry and moan about her depression. It didn't take me very long before I just gave up trying to talk sense into her. I could either spend an hour trying to get her to do something only to have to do it myself, or just do it myself in the first place. So I ended up doing all the housework.
That's nuts. You mean you just did everything for her? Like a maid?
What choice did I have? If I didn't do the dishes, then no one would. Did she thank me for anything I did, though? Nope, not even a single time. Just like when she didn't thank me when she helped herself to my money.
What do you mean your money? You don't make any money. You don't work.
I know Mom told you that, but she's wrong. I work from home. She refused to work, so she burned through all the money Dad left her pretty quickly. So it was either I support the two of us or I go hungry.
I guess that makes sense. Mom said you guys didn't have a very good lifestyle, but you had what you needed.
She told you that? I don't want to hear any complaints about our lifestyle from her. She took my ATM card and stole my money. She should be grateful I allowed her to get away with that.
Wait, she really did that to you?
Yes, she certainly did, and now she's doing it to you. I told you, didn't I? Either get a job or it's not going to work out. You came strolling into Mom's house thinking she was going to take care of you, didn't you? Well, sucks to be you. She has other ideas. If the both of you are unemployed, then it's only a matter of time before you run out of money to pay for utilities. If you think it's tough to live with Mom now, wait until they shut off the electricity and water.
Leah, my savings are all completely gone. She took it all. I need you to come back to the house, okay? At this rate, we're going to drive each other crazy.
I don't know. If you ask me, I'd say you're both already plenty crazy. Oh, and one more thing. Keep a watch on your ID cards. She might steal your identity to take out a loan.
Wait, has she actually done that to you before?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. She has no problem draining all the money from all my bank accounts that she knew about.
Are you saying you have accounts she doesn't know about? Like, you were hiding money?
Maybe, maybe not. That information is on a need-to-know basis, and you don't. Just know that I had to make her think I was poor, or else she would have taken even more from me.
Leah, can't you please come back home and live with us? You can't be having an easy time with things on your own. Let's be a family again. What do you say?
Not a chance. I've already told you so many times now, Alice. I left because I wanted to leave, and I'm still glad that I did. You and Mom are a couple of freaks, and I want nothing to do with you anymore. Take care of yourselves somehow. Goodbye. For real this time. A while later, I ran into an old neighbor of ours in town. She told me that for a while after Alice moved in, she could hear them fighting just about every single night of the week. But once they ran out of food, they eventually resigned to the fact that they would both have to work. Things have apparently quieted down since then. As for me, are you curious what my job is? Actually, I'm making money posting on social media. I started out posting about how ridiculous life with my mom was. All of my posts were getting tens of thousands of likes. Then, when I sold most of my stuff to keep my mom from taking it, I got another idea and became a minimalist lifestyle influencer. That made me even more popular than before, to the point that I didn't need to complain about my mom to go viral. It's great to finally be free of constantly having to take care of my mom, and I'm more optimistic about my future than I have ever been. All right, Granny, it's time we set some ground rules. If you want to marry my dad, then you're going to have to give me an allowance. I want $2,000 per month, no less. And by the way, this is not a negotiation, this is a demand. If you refuse, then I will not allow you to marry my dad. So, what's it gonna be? I'm sorry, you want how much? $2,000 a month? Tanya, I would love nothing more than to be able to give you that much and more, but I'm afraid that's not going to be possible on my salary. So that's a no, then? Okay, then that settles it. You're not allowed to marry my dad. I knew this was the kind of woman you were from the first time I laid eyes on you. You're planning on quitting your job the second you and my dad get married so you can do nothing all day while he pays all the bills. Well, unfortunately for you, my dad has an attack dog whose job it is to keep away moochers like you. So go ahead and move along, moocher. My dad doesn't need you. Tanya, please. I don't have any intentions of quitting my job after we get married, much less forcing your father to pay all the bills. You're concerned for your father's happiness, and I get that, but you're being very hurtful to me right now. I would appreciate it if you would stop talking about me like that. You want me to stop calling you out for what you are? Then give up on marrying my dad. Could you at least explain to me why you're so opposed to me and your father being together? Gladly. It's simple, really. There's absolutely no benefit for me to have my dad marry an old granny. If he doesn't, not only will I not get a bigger allowance, my dad's gonna have to spend more of his time and money on someone other than me. There is no way I'm gonna let anyone get in between me and my dad. I see you feel very strongly about this. Well, is there anything that I could do or say for you to accept me as a partner for your dad? Are you going senile? I already told you. I want money. $2,000 a month in cash. If you want to marry my dad, then you're going to have to show me some proof that there's something in it for me. My dad's dated a few women since my real mom died, but none of them have been able to clear that hurdle, so I sent them all packing. Yeah, your dad has told me about that before. I can see that you love your dad very much, and I appreciate that. And since you love your dad, surely you want him to be able to find happiness, don't you? Can't you respect your father's decisions and allow him to do what he thinks will make him happy? Yep, there it is, right on schedule. The old, think about your dad's happiness card. How many times have I heard that one before? You adults are all the same, justifying your selfishness with fake empathy. I don't believe that you care about my dad's happiness for 1 second. You're only interested in your happiness. My dad doesn't even make all that much money as things stand. I can't let him marry someone who's only going to make him spend even more than he already does. You're going to college in the fall, aren't you? And you'll be 18 in just a few months? When that happens, you can go out and get your own job, and you can make your own money, buy your own things, and choose your own path in life. Trust me, it's very fulfilling to be able to support yourself. You're a smart young woman, Tanya, and I know you have what it takes to succeed. Oh, you're already moving into insincere flattery? That's a lot quicker than Dad's past girlfriends. You must be really desperate. Okay, let's table this conversation for now, shall we? The truth is, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about. Do you happen to know where my Chanel bag is? The last time I used it, I put it up on the shelf in the living room, but I can't seem to find it. How should I know? It's your bag, isn't it? You should keep better track of your own things. That's your job, not mine. All right. What about my pearl necklace? Have you seen that? That one was a gift from my grandmother right before she passed away. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. And just like my bag, it seems to have vanished into thin air. What are you asking me for? I don't know where your stupid stuff is. It's not like I have any interest in your ugly accessories. You have the fashion sense of a blind, homeless drug addict. That's a very vivid metaphor. But it's just bizarre. Both of those things should still be in the house. There's no reason for them to not be exactly where I last put them, but they've disappeared. I was just wondering if you happen to know where they were, that's all. I didn't mean to offend you. If you were using them for some reason, that's okay too, but I would appreciate it if you would return them. Could you please tell me the truth, Tanya? Oh my God, you suck. Are you actually accusing me of taking your stuff? You don't have any evidence it was me. I'm just saying I know for a fact that those things were somewhere in this house when I last used them. That means that if something has happened to them, it must have been someone in this house that did it. Oh my God, you are accusing me! What do you think my dad would think if he found out that you were calling his daughter a petty thief? I bet he would kick you out on the curb in an instant. You are in big, big trouble now. However, I can be persuaded to keep a secret. I want $1,000 in cash by the end of the day. Tanya, are you serious? Dead serious. You can afford to pay me that much. I'm going to go hang out with my friends this weekend, and I need the money. My dad doesn't know that, though, so we can help each other out. I won't tell Dad that you accused me of stealing, and you won't tell him that I'm going out with my friends. That's fair, isn't it? Why in the world would you need to make a deal like that with me? You're still in high school. What could you possibly need $1,000 for? And why would you keep it a secret from your dad? You're not planning on doing something inappropriate with that money, are you? Shut up, you sicko. I'm just going to have a good old-fashioned normal fun with my friends. Everything costs more now, in case you haven't noticed. One fun night with your friends can easily run upwards of $1,000. That's on the cheap end, if anything. I happen to be actively paying bills and buying groceries right now, so I am aware of how expensive things are. Still, $1,000 for a single night seems far too expensive. Good grief, would you get off my back? What is with you? You're not my mom, so stop pretending like you are. If you ask me any more questions about my private life, I will destroy you. Fine, I'll give you your privacy. However, I won't be funding any of your fun unless I know exactly what's going on. If you need the money, then you can get a job. Like I said, you'll be 18 soon. I'd like you to learn that making money isn't such an easy thing to do. Oh, you are such an obnoxious old granny. Yeah, that settles it. I am never gonna let you marry my dad. Break up with him right now and get out of our lives. I think we need to have a family conference. I'll talk to your father to see when we can all sit down and talk things out. Cole, are you there? I just heard from Tanya and she said there was a break-in at our house. Is that true? She also said you were attacked. What happened? Please, Cole, I'm really scared right now. If you're okay, please send me a text message saying so.
Well, I'd like to say good morning to you, but, considering the circumstances.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid for the worst when Tanya texted me.
It's weird, though. How did you hear about this from Tanya? I figured she would be awake at this hour, but I haven't spoken to her about anything yet today, much less the fact that I got beaten up last night.
Wait, what do you mean? Isn't Tanya there at the house with you?
No, she hasn't been here since yesterday morning. She went to school and then went straight from there to her friend's house where she stayed the night. I've been meaning to get in touch with her and let her know, but I haven't had the chance yet. It's been a pretty chaotic morning over here, to say the least.
I'm so confused. None of this makes sense. But there really was a break-in last night, right?
Yeah, and I've got scars all over my face to prove it. That guy really did a number on me. I just looked at a mirror a few minutes ago, and oh boy, I am not a pretty sight right now. I'm really sorry to say this, but I think it might be for the best if we cancel the wedding. My nose is still bleeding, I've got a nasty black eye, and I think one of my teeth is loose. I was just about to head for the hospital when you texted me.
Oh my goodness, Cole! I don't believe this. Are you okay? What am I saying? Of course you're not okay. And don't you worry about the wedding. I will call and let them know what happened as soon as I possibly can. All you need to do is focus on taking care of yourself.
Thanks, Nancy. But really, though, I'm okay. There's no need for you to be worried about me. Things could have been much, much worse. I got lucky. Which, I understand it's pretty ironic for a guy who just got the snot beat out of him to say he got lucky, but you know what I mean, right?
Well, at least your sense of humor is intact.
Yeah, and that's about the only thing on my body that's intact. It's a good thing I've got a decent sense of humor too, because with my face the way it is, let's just say I'm not going to be passing any modeling auditions for a while.
Okay, enough with the jokes. Just tell me what in the world happened.
Alright, so it's like this. A guy walks into a bar. And by guy, I mean me, and by bar, I mean fist. And by walk, I mean I was in bed.
Cole!
All right, sorry. Well, it's like Tanya said, a guy broke in, or came in anyway. It seems like he had a key. Maybe he found the secret key on the front porch? It was really early in the morning, and at first I thought that it was Tanya coming home, so I didn't think much of it and just went back to sleep. Then the next thing I know, this guy slams open the door to our bedroom and starts wailing on me. He was hitting me basically everywhere, but it seems like he was focusing on my face and stomach.
That's terrifying! How could something like that happen in our neighborhood? Did he steal anything?
If he was looking to steal something, I don't understand why he would walk right past my wallet that was sitting out on the kitchen table. I know it's weird, but I think he was only there to attack me.
But that doesn't make any sense. Do you know of anyone who might want to hurt you, Cole?
No one comes to mind, no. I'd like to think I've never messed up so bad that someone would want to beat the tar out of me for it.
Then who is he and why did he do this?
Yeah, about that. I got a text from Tanya a few seconds ago while we were talking. She's acting really weird. I've got a bad feeling about this whole thing.
A bad feeling? What do you mean?
Is she talking to you right now, too?
Oh, well, yes, she texted me just a few minutes ago. When she told me that happened, I texted you right away.
Okay, and what did she talk to you about?
Let's see. She asked me about the break-in. She asked about my injuries. And she said multiple times that I should cancel the wedding. Wait. Cole, you don't think. What's going on here? All of a sudden, Dad called me and told me I needed to come home right away. And now I'm locked up in the basement with the guy that broke into our house. Why is this happening to me? And what is my uncle doing here? Well, that's certainly a lot of questions. To start with that last one, I already told you he was going to be there. He stayed there overnight with your dad. Huh? Oh, yeah, you did. But why, though? Well, you were staying at your friend's house and the wedding was going to be today, so your dad and uncle thought they would have one last little boys' night before the big day. I guess they had a good time drinking, eating, and watching the game. Wait, really? I didn't know he was coming. Well, considering how little you're at home lately, that's not surprising. You've been staying overnight at your friend's house about 3 or 4 times a week. Which, by the way, is making your dad extremely worried about you. He's worried about me? And why wouldn't he be? He's been wanting to talk to you about that and a few other important things for a while, but he was afraid you wouldn't be comfortable talking to him. What else does he want to talk to me about? Well, let's come back to that later, shall we? First things first. I'm sure you're probably wondering why you were locked up in the basement. Well, yeah, why am I stuck in this room with the guy that broke into the house? The simple explanation is that you get what you pay for. You should have hired someone smarter. Your uncle told me that the second you came in the room, he said, "I'm sorry, Tanya, I screwed up." What did he mean by that, Tanya? I can explain. Then go right ahead and explain. I'm waiting. Or perhaps I can save you the time and just come right out with it. You hired him, didn't you? No, that's not true. Then how did he know your name? And why would he apologize to you? I don't know. Maybe there's someone else named Tanya who looks like me and she's the one who hired him. That ridiculous excuse isn't going to fly with me, Tanya. Your dad has been texting your uncle from the hospital to let him know the details of the attack. So now it's your turn to talk. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It'll be good practice for what's coming. This cannot be happening. But it is. It's unfortunate for you that your uncle decided to spend the evening with your dad at the last minute. How many Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu championships has he won now? Was it 8 or 9? Anyway, as soon as he heard the commotion in your dad's room, he rushed in and took the guy out in seconds. If I had known he was going to be there, I would have done it on a different day. You were supposed to be home. Dad said he was going to go and visit my grandma and grandpa, and they live a couple hours away. Why was he at home instead of you? Well, the original plan was actually that we would both go and visit our parents. But your dad thought that since this was his second marriage and he would see them today anyway, he didn't need to go out of his way tonight. So he talked to his brother and they came up with the plan for a boys' night. Why wouldn't he tell me my uncle was coming? It's not like he was hiding anything from you, you just never asked. Plus, you were at your friend's house last night, so why would he need to tell you? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Is my dad okay? Is he okay? Other than the fact that his daughter hired a hitman to assault his wife but assaulted him instead, yeah, he's just fine. Hey, this isn't my fault. In what universe is it not your fault? You hired that guy. Well, admit it, Tanya. The guy knew who you were, he recognized your face and called you by name. He also apologized for screwing up. That doesn't prove anything. Your uncle has everything on camera, you know. He set it up and turned it on immediately after he tied up the guy who attacked your dad. So he knows everything that the two of you have been talking about down there. Oh no. Your uncle is a smart guy. I guess he wanted to be a police officer at one point. With more guys like him on the force, people would be too afraid to even jaywalk in this town. So, Tanya, anything to say for yourself? What was I supposed to do? I had to do something. Otherwise, my dad would have married you. But I didn't want him to marry you. I want a mom with more money. You're too cheap to give me a measly $2,000 a month. I might be willing to deal with it if you were at least pretty or something, but you're not. You're just old. Why should my dad marry you when there are prettier women out there who would be more generous to me? So I had to get you to break up with him. You really are a selfish girl. You never thought about your dad's happiness for 1 second. All you were thinking about was yourself. That's not true. You just said so yourself. Your only criteria for your new mom was whether or not she would throw all the money at you that you demanded of her. You really have no respect at all for how hard it is to make money, do you? You only say that because you never went to college. People that go to college get to have easy office jobs that pay really well. If you would have just gone to college like a normal person, you would be making more than enough to give me what I want. Do you actually believe that? Is that what high school guidance counselors are telling kids these days? Yeah, that's the only reason I'm going to college, to make more money for doing less work. Well, I hate to rain on your parade, but you're not going to go to college anymore. What? What do you mean? Why aren't I going to college? 2 reasons. First of all, because I'm not going to pay for it anymore. Huh? Wait a second. You were going to pay for my tuition? But I thought my dad was going to pay for it. It's like you said before, Tanya, your dad doesn't make all that much money. And this brings me to one of the other important things your dad wanted to talk to you about. Your dad is sick. Sick? What do you mean sick? Like, really is sick? We don't know for sure yet just how sick he is, but what's certain is that he'll need to focus on treatment for the foreseeable future. That means he won't be able to work. You accused me of wanting to quit my job once we got married. I'm afraid I couldn't do that even if I wanted to. If I didn't work, then who would pay for your dad's medical expenses? So that's why you couldn't give me the allowance I wanted? Honestly, I wouldn't have given you $2,000 a month even if I could, but yeah, that's just not going to happen. This is so unreal. So what's going to happen to my dad? Is he going to be okay? Well, the plan was originally for him to go into the hospital for a while so they could run some tests on him after the wedding. Like I said, he was going to tell you about all of this eventually. He didn't tell you yet because he didn't want to make you worry about him. I can't believe it. My dad's sick? And he's not going to pay for my tuition? But hey, wait a second. You knew about all this. And you were going to get married to him anyway? That means you were signing up to spend basically all your money on my dad and me. That's right. I had no problem supporting you two. The truth is, I was raised by a single mother after my dad passed away when I was young. She worked so hard over the years to support me, but going to college was never a reality for me. So I had to use all the other skills at my disposal in order to get a job. I found a good company and worked my way up the ladder one rung at a time. Now I'm actually making more money than most college graduates do. I was hoping to be able to use my success to support you, Tanya. You were willing to do that for me? You reminded me of myself. I grew up with a single mother. You grew up with a single father. I respected him for how hard he worked for you and wanted to help give you the advantages that I never had. That's insane, though. Like, what are you, some kind of a saint or something? You were willing to marry a guy who you knew was sick and would eat up most of your income, and you were just going to give whatever was left to help someone who's not even your biological daughter to go to college? Well, I'm glad you've come to appreciate my generosity. Calling me a saint is going a bit too far, though. I'm no saint. I'm not as forgiving as a saint should be. Which brings us back to the main point of the discussion. I'm not going to support your college ambitions anymore. Why not? Do you even need to ask me that question? You hired some thug to attack me and injure me badly enough that I would have to cancel our wedding. Well, yeah, but you're fine, aren't you? Yeah, thanks to a last-minute change of plans. And while I'm fine, your father most assuredly is not. Even once the scars on his face and body heal, he'll still have to deal with the emotional damage you caused him. No matter which one of us got attacked, we were both going to be hurt. And for what? Because you wanted more money out of your dad's wife? I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I have no idea what I was thinking. Like, I didn't know you were going to do so much to support us. That's because you see relationships as transactional. What's in it for me isn't something that crossed my mind when I agreed to marry your father. You're right. You are totally right. I'm sorry for what I did, and I will never do anything to come between you and my dad again. So, please, can you still pay for my college like you planned? Wow, Tanya, that's quite a change in tone from you. I appreciate your words of apology, but I refuse. Remember, I said there were 2 reasons you can't go to college anymore. Oh yeah, what's number 2? I called the police. They're on their way now. And when they get here, they're going to arrest both the thug you hired and you. I've already told the police that you were the one who hired him, and I'm sure he'll be very willing to sell you out to get a plea bargain. Nancy, please wait. Don't do this. Don't call the cops on me. We're family, aren't we? Don't bother begging and pleading with me, Tanya. I told you they're already on their way. There's no stopping what's coming to you. You will be arrested, and depending on the prosecutor's mood, you might even be tried as an adult for what you did. You're a big girl, Tanya. That means you're going to big girl prison. No! I can't go to prison. I'll never make it in there. There's an expression we adults use. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You knew what you did was not just morally wrong, but illegal. You're old enough to face the consequences. Nancy, I am so sorry. You don't have to pay for my college anymore, okay? Just please don't send me to prison. Me? Send you to prison? I don't know what you mean. Your actions are what's going to send you to prison. I just called a ride for you. But you were in my shoes once too, right? You were raised by a single parent. We were both dealt a bad hand in life, you're right. My solution wasn't to hire a hitman, however. I've learned my lesson, I swear. I'll never do it again. I'm not so sure you have, actually. But trust me, you're going to learn your lesson now. Enjoy prison, Tanya. To beg and plead with me after that, but suddenly she stopped sending me messages altogether. I guess that was the moment the police took her into custody. As I expected, Tanya's hitman started singing like a canary as soon as the cops arrived. It was all her idea. She's the criminal mastermind. I was only doing what she told me. Really, stupid people shouldn't commit crimes. If he had just shut up and lawyered up, he probably could have gotten a reduced sentence for providing that information. Tanya was still a minor when she hired him for the attack, and when the prosecutor considered her age and family circumstances, he decided against trying her as an adult. She was hit with a fine and a large amount of community service. As for me and Cole, we began our married life without Tanya. After they treated him for his injuries, the hospital started the test to determine the severity of his illness right away. Thanks to that, they were able to discover that the disease was only in its early stages, and Cole made a full recovery. A few years later, we were sitting at home when we heard a knock on our door. We were surprised when we opened it, and who was waiting on the other side but Tanya? We hadn't heard anything from her since the day of the wedding, so we had no idea what she had been up to. We reluctantly allowed her to come inside to talk, and she told us that she had been working her way through college by herself. She said that getting arrested that night was the wake-up call she needed to turn her life around. She even brought me a brand new Chanel bag and pearl necklace to replace the ones she took from me. I'm still unsure about forgiving her, considering how bad Cole's injuries were. But, ever the jokester, Cole said, "Hey, it's not like I was all that handsome before that guy screwed up my face." Tanya called me a saint for offering to support her family, but if you ask me, Cole's big forgiving heart makes him far more of a saint than me. What's going on, Sonny? Where on earth are you right now? I asked you to come over and cook dinner for me today. Do you expect me to go and slave over a hot stove all afternoon with an aching back? Maria, I'm very sorry, but I'm not going to be able to come over today. It's my son, remember? His condition has taken a turn for the worse. I was pretty sure I told you about this. I have to go to the hospital as soon as possible, so I can't cook dinner for you tonight. What? Unbelievable! I explicitly told you that I wanted you to be over here by no later than 2 o'clock in the afternoon to start cooking. Do you want my husband to come home from work without dinner waiting for him? Or perhaps you'd like me to injure my back even worse than I already have, and be forced to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair? Maybe your goal is to get me to starve to death waiting for you to come and cook dinner for me to get out of your commitment to me. Maria, no, it's nothing like that. Look, I'm in a hurry, but if you're really in trouble, then we can always pick you up something from the gas station on our way to the hospital. But I'm afraid that's all we're going to be able to do for you today. Gas station food? Oh, disgusting. You want me to eat that foul, disease-ridden, bacteria-laden slop they serve at the gas station? Me, your mother-in-law? You are, without a doubt, the single worst person whom I've ever met. Why did my poor son stoop so low as to marry a woman like you? I'm going to have a little talk with him about your atrocious behavior right away. Taylor can't talk either, Maria. He's the one driving the car. Look, if you don't want gas station food, then maybe you could have your husband pick something up on the way home from work. Either that or you could have something delivered. But in any case, we have to get going right now. I don't know how much time we have left. I am thoroughly fed up with how much you've been making me wait for you these days. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I don't care if your son's funeral is being held today. I am your mother-in-law, and I am sitting here in my house waiting for you to come and pick me up. I told you yesterday that I need you to take me to the doctor today. I expect you at my door within the next 15 minutes, or I am going to be very unhappy. Maria, you can't be serious. Today is my son's funeral. I told you yesterday that I wouldn't be able to take you, and how could you talk about my son's funeral like that? My son is gone, Maria. And your mother-in-law is still here. Though perhaps not for much longer if you don't hurry over here. What's more important, Sonny, your dead son or your living mother-in-law? It's appalling that you would even ask me to answer a question like that. You're a mother too, Maria. You have a son. Don't you understand how I'm feeling right now? Take a moment and think about how heartbroken you'd be if Taylor died when he was young. I always took proper care of Taylor, so I couldn't possibly understand what it would be like to lose him. And frankly, I don't particularly care about your feelings. All I care about is you getting me to the doctor's office before it closes. I already told you that I can't do that. For goodness sake, Maria, don't you realize that this is your grandson's funeral? We told you all about this before you made the doctor's appointment. You could have just as easily put it off till tomorrow. Was it really so urgent that you absolutely had to go see the doctor today? Not that it's any of your business, but yes, it is. My back is itchy and I need to get a new tube of cream for it. His receptionist said that he only had openings today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Then why didn't you just choose either of the next few days? And simply deal with having my back itchy another day or two? You have been going to the doctor for this itch on your back for months now. When is it ever going to heal? Well, that's what I'd like to know. If that worthless doctor would give me some decent medicine, then I'd have been cured by now. Maria, I'm sorry about your back, but we are in the middle of the funeral. I can't take you today. You'll have to call a taxi or something. I don't know why I ever thought I could rely on you in the first place. You cause nothing but trouble for me and everyone else around you. What? What are you talking about? I remember hearing from Taylor about a tragic incident in your early childhood. You lost both your father and your younger brother in a car accident, right? What could that possibly have to do with this conversation? You're cursed, Sonny. Or perhaps it's more accurate to say you are a curse. People who are close to you die one after another. First your father and brother, and now your son. And as God is my witness, if your curse gets my son killed, I will have you burned at the stake, you witch! I can't handle this today. You're not being serious, are you? There's only one other possible explanation for the astronomical death rate of your loved ones. You're knocking them off one by one to get their life insurance benefits. Oh, how dreadful. Were you really willing to kill your own family members for money? I should call the police and have them investigate your son's death as well. Maria, if this is some kind of joke, then you need to knock it off right now. You don't need to experience the death of your child to know how hurtful the things you're saying are. All you need is to have a human heart. Well, I never. Are you trying to say that I'm not human? How utterly scandalous. Back in my day, girls who treated their mother-in-law like you were dealt with much more harshly. When that silly funeral is finally finished, the next thing you need to do is give my poor son a divorce. I cannot deal with this today. Also, I've been meaning to talk to you about your son's life insurance benefits. You are not to do anything with that money. Wire it into my account the very instant that you receive it. Do I make myself clear? No, not at all. What is the matter with you? You want me to give you the money we'll get from my son's life insurance policy? It's simple. You claim that you're innocent in your son's death and didn't orchestrate this to get your hands on his insurance benefits, right? If that's true, then you should have no problem at all with me holding on to the money for you. This is the only way I can think of for you to prove your innocence. If I'm holding on to your son's money and something happens to me, then we'll know that you were responsible. What do you think you are, some kind of ace detective? If I have to deal with you anymore, I think it's going to give me an aneurysm. Don't get my hopes up. Besides, if you keep me waiting any longer, I'm going to die of boredom. Get out of the church, get in your car, and drive over here this instant. You know what, Maria? Okay. You want me to come? I'll come. We'll be right over. It's about time you shut your mouth and did what you were told. Merciful heavens, the things a woman has to do to get a ride these days. Ignore the speed limits and get down here as fast as you possibly can. Ignore the stop signs, too. Personality is just as ugly as your face, isn't it, Sonny? What do you think you're doing? I told you to come and take me to the doctor. I didn't tell you to bring all of my relatives along with you. Why did they all come? Don't tell me they were all at your stupid funeral. Is that a serious question? Of course they were. Why would you even need to ask? It seems like if you had talked to any of them, they would have told you about it. Oh wait, that's right. No one's talking to you lately, so you wouldn't have any way of knowing. Excuse me? I don't like your tone. I've been busy recovering from the pain and itchiness in my back, and they just didn't want to bother me. Someone with as little common decency as you may not know this, but it's polite to be considerate of the needs of sick people. Even still, I have to admit I was surprised to see them all together with you. Are you serious? You think they didn't want to bother you? You've got that completely backwards, Maria. They didn't want you to bother them. Don't you get that? Every single member of your family is sick and tired of your antics. What is it with all of you? I was sitting here waiting for you to come and take me to the doctor, and then just when I thought you were finally here, one by one all of my relatives file into the house and tell me they never want to speak to me again? This is your fault. You couldn't just shut your big fat mouth and come quietly, and now they all think somehow I'm in the wrong? You are terrible, Sonny, absolutely terrible. No, your behavior lately is what's terrible. So just so you know, you got off easy today. Everyone was anxious to get back to the funeral as soon as possible, but your husband says there will be another family conference in the near future, and that one will be much longer. I hope you're prepared for that. What is wrong with that old fool? He told me he doesn't want me in the house. I have to get a room at a hotel tonight. What did you say to him? Or do to him? Is that what this is? Have you been giving my husband any favors? That is an absolutely disgusting allegation, especially coming from you. What's that supposed to mean? Well, that can wait for another day. For today, just know that I don't intend to ever include you in our lives ever again. Honestly, it was quite a relief when I spoke to everyone at the funeral. Their reactions showed me that you're the only person like you in your family. I knew you were a curse. Everyone thinks I'm some kind of villain because of you. All over something so stupid as a funeral for some little boy. Why are they making such a big deal out of this? It doesn't matter. I'll just have to find some way to get my fool of a husband to see reason. It seems to me like you're still not quite aware of how much trouble you're in. Oh well, it's none of my business anymore. Whatever happens to you from now on is your problem. If you think I'm in any real trouble, you've got another thing coming. I'll make that man come to his senses. Once he cools off, he'll see that you are the one who's out of line. And when that happens, you will never be welcome in our home again. And I'm going to have a talk with Taylor about you, too. When I'm through with him, he'll divorce you for sure. Whatever you say, Maria. Sonny, where are you right now? I need you to pick me up. My husband is still angry with me. That fool says he's kicking me out of the house. So I'll need to live with you until he calms down. You can clean out a room in your house for me after you pick me up. I'll wait in your living room while you work. I wondered who it was blowing up my phone with missed calls. Maria, you told me yesterday that you never wanted to see my face again. Did you already forget about that? I take it back. My husband is going to get a lawyer and divorce me, so I'll need money to pay for my own lawyer as well as a place to live while I talk him out of it. Uh-huh. And you think we're going to help you with that? You've been nothing but terrible to us, even since before my son's passing. What reason do we have to save you from the mess you've made for yourself? I am the woman who gave birth to your husband, your mother-in-law. That should be all the reason you need. Your husband is divorcing you and your family is cutting you off. We never want to speak to you again. That's not an option for you. You are duty-bound to give me all the support I require of you. You're welcome to believe that if you'd like, but it's not going to change how we feel. Also, we're moving today, and once we do that, you'll never be able to find us. What? How ridiculous! Where are you now? On our way to our apartment where we'll live until our new house is ready. We only lived at our old house because our son's condition required us to be close to his doctors. If we stay there now, it would only be too painful for us. Oh, well, that's perfect then. With your son gone, there will be plenty of room for me at your new house. You can take care of me to soothe the pain of losing your son. Do you actually think you can replace our son? Get help, Maria. Excuse me. I am your mother-in-law, you insolent little girl, and you will not speak to me that way. You're not my mother-in-law anymore, you senile old hag. My God in heaven, we have tried every way possible to get you to understand that it's over between us, but I guess I have to be even more explicit. You are completely useless as a human being. You haven't worked a day in your life since marrying your husband, but despite all your years of being a housewife, you're still a lousy housekeeper and an even worse cook. There is nothing, absolutely nothing to gain from having you around. We do not need you or want you in our lives at all, much less in our home. Sonny, what's the matter? You don't usually talk like this. Are you feeling a bit tired? Am I tired? Well, let's see. I just lost my son about a week ago after a long fight with a serious health condition. I had to pack up all his old toys and clothes, arrange a funeral, bury him, and then get ready to move all in 1 week. At the same time, I've had to deal with these self-centered, narcissistic ramblings of my postmenopausal menace of a mother-in-law. I can't handle it anymore. You're a pathetic old woman who's too stupid to realize that everyone around her hates her. And you still have the gall to beg for money from your own son. Aren't you humiliated? Oh no, of course you're not humiliated. You have no shame whatsoever. Sonny, dear, let's calm down, all right? We may have had some conflicts in the past, but can't we put that all behind us? I know, let's have tea and talk things over. I'll get a taxi and head right over to your house. Could you be a dear and give me your address? I will never tell you our address. We moved specifically to avoid you. Don't you get that? Please, Sonny, don't be that way. I am in deep, deep trouble. At this rate, I may even have to get a job to support myself. But I've never done anything but be a housewife. Be a bad housewife, that is. Plus, you've made me do all your housework for you lately. Oh, but you always make sure I leave before your husband gets home so you can take the credit. Even if you're not pretending your back hurts, you still just sit there and watch me work until you leave to go to your massage parlor. Wait, massage parlor? Yes, that massage parlor. The one with all those young men offering their special services at the end of the massage? Ugh, I wanted to avoid this conversation. The mental picture makes me sick. Wait, you knew about that? Yes, Maria, I heard all about it from your husband. I really wish you could have seen the look on his face when he talked to me about what you were doing there. Do you know how humiliating it is to tell your daughter-in-law that your wife is fooling around with men younger than her son? I don't believe it. Oh, that jerk! He had no right to tell you about that. Why would he do this to me? Hold it right there, Maria. He did not do anything but come to me for help with what you were doing to him. He needed to get hard evidence of what you were doing, so he had me contact a friend of mine who works for a private detective. Oh, no. Oh, yes, we have everything we need. But how did he know? I told him I was getting massages, but for all he knew, it was just part of my physical therapy. Physical therapy is covered by insurance, which you don't use. I mean, why would you need a couple $100 in cash every time you go to physical therapy? It didn't make sense, so he figured there must be something else going on there. We even identified your preferred masseur, too. He's a very skilled businessman, it seems. He specializes in providing his services to older women with money to burn that most of the other masseurs would be too grossed out by. What an amoral scumbag. And you liked that guy? This is a personal matter between me and my husband. You don't need to get any more involved than you already have. Really, you shouldn't have gotten involved in the first place. Yeah, well, you're too late for that. You're the one who got me involved by using me as a cover for you to cheat on your husband. Why is this happening? I never thought he would find out. I thought my cover story was flawless. Are you joking? You were always going to get caught eventually. No one, not even someone your age, needs to go to the doctor as much as you claim to. I mean, you even tried to sell him on the idea that you were staying at the doctor's office overnight for observation a few times a month. That's something they do for cancer patients or people with serious illnesses. You, however, by all appearances, are perfectly healthy. None of your story added up. But he never asked questions. I had no idea he was on to me. You know what I think your biggest mistake was? Assuming that your husband was as stupid as you are. If you were planning on cheating on your husband, you should have married someone on your level. Stop adding insult to injury. I'm already getting kicked out of my house. So what if I cheated on my husband? Plenty of people have affairs these days. You're treating me like I'm some sort of degenerate monster. Oh, but I haven't even gotten to the best part, Maria. I told you I know everything. Do you have any more confessions to make? I have no idea what you could possibly be referring to. I see. Well, then allow me to continue. When your husband started limiting your access to his bank account, you ran out of money to spend on your masseur. So what did you do, Maria? No, you can't mean. Oh, it's impossible. No one knew about that, not even Taylor. Sounds like you did have another confession to make. That's right, I know you stole Taylor's money. When his grandparents died, they left a sizable amount of money for him. You put all that in a savings account and decided to hold it for him until he turned 18. Did you, though? I told you, nobody but me knew about that money. I thought that if he didn't know about it, what harm is there? That's a no, then. You kept it all for yourself, and once you ran out of your husband's money, you started using Taylor's money. How much is left, Maria? Sonny, I'm so sorry. How much, Maria? Please don't tell Taylor about this. How much? Nothing! I thought so. And by the way, I already told Taylor about it. He was shocked to find out that you had stolen money of his that he didn't even know existed. Now he has every legal right to sue you for the return of all that money since the account was in his name. But he decided he'd rather just be rid of you. He makes plenty of money anyway. Sonny, I swear to you, I will never go to that massage parlor again. I'll turn my life around. But there's just no way I can make it on my own right now. All I need is a room. You don't even need to cook for me. Then the very second I'm able to move into my own place, I will. I'll never talk to you. You'll never even have to look at me. Give it up. I will never, under any circumstances, allow you into my house. You cause nothing but trouble for me and everyone else around you. Please don't talk like that. What's the matter, Maria? Can't take your own medicine? That's exactly what you said to me a few days ago. I'm sorry. I said horrible things to you, unforgivable things. I don't blame you for hating me. I can even understand why you would be turning me down like this. But if nothing else, could you please talk to Taylor for me? He won't answer my calls. Tell him his mother wants to speak with him. You stole money that was rightfully his to pay a man younger than him to sleep with you. Do you honestly think he wants to speak to you after that? You make me sick. Go to hell, Maria. I won't let you be a curse on my family any longer. I joined Taylor in blocking her after that, so we never heard from her again. We were curious, however, so we asked Taylor's dad about what happened to her after that. He divorced her, obviously, but Maria put up quite a fight. She did nothing but cry and beg through all the divorce proceedings, but he didn't relent. She was forced to get a job in order to pay him back for all the money she spent on her side man. Speaking of him, once she ran out of money, he obviously stopped providing his services, which was rather difficult for her to handle. I guess right now she's living alone in a cheap apartment, doing little else but work. As for me and my husband, we started working for a charity that helps children with the same disease that our son had. It's incredibly fulfilling work and the best way that we can think of to honor our son's memory. Jack, where are you? The wedding is about to start.
Sorry, something urgent came up. Let's postpone.
What do you mean?
I said something urgent came up.
That's not a proper explanation. Please tell me why.
Man, what a bother. Someone important had an accident. I'm going to see them.
Is it that serious?
Well, the injury isn't bad, but...
Wait, who is this important person?
Fine, it's my ex-girlfriend.
Are you prioritizing your ex over our wedding?
Of course, she's way prettier than you anyway.
Jack, is that really you?
Oh, Mom just told me to act nice. I've tricked many women like this. It's easy to manipulate ugly girls like you.
I can't believe this.
Don't act like a victim. It's your fault for being fooled.
So your mother's involved too?
Yeah, she's the one who told me to marry an ugly girl like you. No idea why.
Jack, this is unbelievable. We've been together for 2 years. Was it all a lie?
Pretty much. It's not like I actually enjoyed spending time with you.
But what about all those moments we shared? The trips, the dinners, the plans we made?
All part of the act. You really are naive, aren't you?
I can't process this. Why would you go through all this trouble?
Money, of course. What else?
So you never loved me?
Love? Don't make me laugh. It was all business.
I feel sick. How could you do this?
Oh, stop being so dramatic. It happens all the time.
Not to me, it doesn't. I trusted you, Jack.
Well, that was your first mistake.
And the last one I'll make with you. The wedding is off.
Fine by me. I'm already on my way to see my ex anyway.
You're despicable. I hope she sees right through you.
Unlike you, she's not an idiot. She knows how the game is played.
This isn't a game, Jack. These are people's lives and emotions.
Whatever. I don't have time for your moral lecture.
You'll regret this, Jack. Mark my words.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sarah. It's been profitable.
You're going to pay for this, Jack. One way or another.
I'd like to see you try. You're nothing without me.
We'll see about that. Goodbye, Jack. What have you done? You've ruined everything.
What? I don't want to marry that ugly girl anyway.
You idiot! She is the daughter of our company's biggest client. We were planning to take over their company.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Because you can't keep your mouth shut. Now look what you've done.
It's not my fault. You're the one who told me to go after ugly girls.
I told you to go after rich girls, not necessarily ugly ones.
Well, how was I supposed to know Sarah was rich? She doesn't act like it.
That's because she's not a spoiled brat like you. She actually has class.
Oh, now you're defending her?
I am defending our future, you moron. Do you have any idea how much money we just lost?
We can find another rich girl. It's not that hard.
It's not just about finding a rich girl. It's about strategic alliances.
Whatever, I'm sure you can figure something out.
Me? Oh, this is your mess, Jack. You're going to fix it.
How am I supposed to do that? Sarah won't take me back now.
You better think of something, or you can kiss your inheritance goodbye.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me. Now get out of my sight before I do something I'll regret.
Fine, but don't think this is over. Long time no see, Sarah.
Mike, why are you calling?
I heard about your wedding, but I need to tell you something about your fiancé.
Actually, I just found out. He's horrible.
I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner.
It's not your fault. I'm going to sue him for damages.
Is that all? Are you really satisfied with just that?
What do you mean?
I have an idea. Can you hold off on the lawsuit for now?
Why would I do that? He deserves to pay for what he's done.
I agree, but I think we can do better than just a lawsuit.
I'm listening.
What if we could take everything from him? His money, his company, his reputation.
That sounds extreme. How would we even do that?
I have connections. I could pose as a consultant, gain their trust, and then
what?
And then we take it all. Legally, of course.
I don't know, Mike. This sounds risky.
Riskier than marrying a con man?
Fair point, but why would you do this for me?
Because you deserve better, Sarah. And because Jack needs to learn a lesson.
You're not still,
In love with you? No, this isn't about that. It's about justice.
I see. And you're sure this will work?
With your help, absolutely. What do you say?
I need to think about it.
Of course, take your time. But remember, the longer we wait, the more time Jack has to cover his tracks.
You're right. Okay, let's do it. What's the first step?
First, we need to gather information. Can you tell me everything you know about Jack's company?
I'll do you one better. I have access to some of his financial records.
Perfect. Send them to me and I'll start analyzing them.
Okay. And, Mike?
Yes?
Thank you for doing this.
Don't thank me yet. We've got a long road ahead of us. Mom, that consultant you hired is amazing. The company is doing great now.
I know, right? Oh, if only I were younger. I'm glad things are going well. You really missed out on becoming part of our family. Oh, I think I dodged a bullet, actually.
Oh, come on, Sarah. Don't be like that. We had some good times, didn't we?
I thought we did, but now I'm not so sure. Water under the bridge, dear. Look at how well we're doing now. Yes, I can see that. Your new consultant seems to be working miracles.
He sure is. I've never seen numbers like these before.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
You know, Sarah, maybe we could,
Don't even think about it, Jack. Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps we could discuss a business arrangement? I don't think that would be appropriate.
Why not? It's just business after all.
Is that what you call what you did to me? Just business?
Come on, Sarah, don't be so sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive, I'm being sensible. Something you two should try sometime. Well, there's no need for hostility, dear. We're all adults here. Exactly, which is why I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Sarah, wait!
What is it, Jack?
I'm sorry for everything.
Are you really? Or are you just sorry you got caught?
Does it matter? I'm trying to apologize here.
It matters to me, Jack, but I don't think you'll ever understand why. Let her go, Jack. We don't need her anymore anyway. And that right there is why your apology means nothing, Jack. Goodbye.
That consultant took everything! The company, our assets, everything!
That's terrible.
This is your fault. You introduced him!
Weren't you planning to take over my company too? Consider it a business strategy.
That's different.
How is it different, Jack? Explain it to me.
We had a plan! This wasn't supposed to happen!
Plans change, Jack. Isn't that what you told me when you called off our wedding?
This isn't the same thing! We've lost everything!
And how do you think I felt when I lost everything I thought we had?
No, don't start with the emotional stuff again.
It's not just emotional, Jack. It's ethical, moral, and yes, legal.
Legal? What are you talking about?
By the way, I'm suing you for damages from the broken engagement and wedding cancellation.
What? I've lost everything already!
That's your problem. Oh, and remember what you said? It's your fault for being fooled, stupid.
You can't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything to you, Jack. I'm simply holding you accountable for your actions.
But I have nothing left!
Then I guess you'll have to work to pay off your debts. Welcome to the real world, Jack.
This isn't fair!
Fair? Was it fair when you lied to me for 2 years? Was it fair when you called me ugly and stupid?
I didn't mean those things!
Yes, you did. And now you're facing the consequences.
Please, Sarah, can't we work something out?
We could have, Jack, if you had been honest from the start, but it's too late now.
What am I supposed to do?
That's not my problem anymore. Goodbye, Jack.
Sarah, wait!
What is it now?
I really am sorry for everything.
I wish I could believe you, Jack, but even if it's true, it doesn't change anything.
There has to be something I can do.
There is. You can learn from this, become a better person, and never treat anyone the way you treated me again.
And if I do?
Then maybe, just maybe, you'll find some peace. But not with me. Never with me.
I understand. I'll try.
Good luck, Jack. You're going to need it.
This is all your fault, Mom. If you hadn't pushed me to marry Sarah.
My fault? You're the one who couldn't keep your mouth shut.
You raised me to be this way. You can't blame me now.
I raised you to be successful, not a failure.
Well, congratulations. Look how successful we are now.
Don't you dare take that tone with me, young man.
Or what? You'll cut off my allowance? Newsflash, we don't have any money left.
That's not how I raised you to behave.
No, you raised me to lie, cheat, and steal. How's that working out for us?
I never told you to get caught.
Oh, so it's okay as long as we don't get caught? Is that your moral compass?
Don't talk to me about morals. You're the one who ruined everything.
We both ruined everything, and now we're paying for it.
I can't believe this is my life now, living in this hovel.
Welcome to the real world, Mom. It's not so fun when you're on the other side, is it?
We need to find a way out of this. There has to be someone we can
Haven't you learned anything? That's what got us here in the first place.
Well, what do you suggest we do? Get honest jobs?
Maybe we should. It's not like we have any other options.
I am not flipping burgers at my age.
Then I guess we'll just starve. Is that what you want?
Of course not, but there has to be another way.
There isn't. We've burned all our bridges. Nobody trusts us anymore.
This is not how it was supposed to end up.
No, it's not, but it's what we deserve.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Yeah, well, losing everything tends to change your perspective.
So what do we do now?
We start over. From the bottom. It's the only way.
I don't know if I can do that.
We don't have a choice. It's either that or, well, you know.
I suppose you're right. I just never thought it would come to this.
Neither did I, but here we are.
Do you think we'll ever recover from this?
Honestly, I don't know, but we have to try.
For what it's worth, I am sorry for everything.
Me too, Mom. Me too.
I can't believe it's finally over.
You did it, Sarah. You stood up for yourself and got justice.
We did it. I couldn't have done it without you, Mike.
You're stronger than you give yourself credit for.
Maybe, but your support meant everything.
So what's next for you?
I'm not sure. For the first time in a long time, I feel free.
That's a good feeling.
It is, but also a little scary.
How so?
I've been so focused on Jack and this whole mess for so long, I'm not sure who I am without it.
You're Sarah. Smart, kind, beautiful Sarah.
Mike.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
You didn't. It's just, I'm not ready for anything right now.
I understand. That's not why I helped you, you know.
I know, and I appreciate that.
So, friends?
Definitely friends. Good friends.
I can live with that.
Thank you, Mike, for everything.
Anytime, Sarah, anytime.
Do you think they'll ever change, Jack and his mother?
People can change, but they have to want to, and they have a long way to go.
I almost feel sorry for them. Almost.
They made their choices. Now they have to live with the consequences.
You're right. I just hope they learn something from this.
Only time will tell, but that's not your concern anymore.
You're right. It's time to focus on my future.
And what does that future look like?
I'm not sure yet, but for the first time in a long time, I'm excited to find out.
That's the spirit. To new beginnings?
To new beginnings, and to karma.
Cheers to that.
Sarah and Mike remained good friends, and Sarah focused on her life happiness. Jack and his mother ended up in poverty, living in a run-down apartment and struggling to make ends meet. Jack learned from his errors and thought it best to pursue an honest working life. However, his relationship with his mother remained strained. When his debts were at least paid off, Jack hoped to start a small business, perhaps without his mother's guidance.